Guys, and welcome to another planner video with Aubrey. Sorry if I move the tripod a little bit. It's close quarters right here. So I have my planner all set up. Just as a reminder, this is the Kikki K suite in the large. It does have this little strappy thing right here. Something I have noticed is that if you put a lot in it, I don't know if this is like this for all of them, but I'm trying to show you guys. You can, I don't know if you can kind of see or not, but it actually kind of bends the cover a little bit because it is so, I mean, it is sturdy, but it's kind of soft and supple. So it does pull it like the corner in. I don't think it's going to be a huge problem for me, but it's only on the top that I have that issue. The bottom seems fine. So this, I ordered a lot of stuff. Oh, did I not? I didn't secure this yet. Just 1 second. So I did place a huge order. I consider it huge. I've never ordered anything on Etsy before. So I got a lot of stuff from Etsy. If you guys saw, I did a Target haul video, and I got some magnetic page markers, which I've just stuck in the front of these. These are from Target. And then these right here are from Spot Drop, I believe, on Etsy. I got it because I like bubble tea. Purple is a pretty good color for me. But blue macaroon, love it, or macaron, because there's only one O, right? I've always wanted to have one of those. And then I have a personalized sticker, which I just shoved right in there. These aren't the best magnets, so they're just kind of stuck there, and these are like super thick magnets, but they're awesome. So then I got this. I know you guys have seen, I have a pug. This is my new inspirational fun dashboard, right? So it's in the front because I have a tan pug. He is adorable, and you can probably hear him running down the hall right now. You might see him in this video if he comes by the chair. He's a mama's pug, so you just saw him right there. And he's always into mischief. He tried to eat our Halloween costumes, whatever. So then I have kind of, this is like a Christmas wish list. This is a seasonal thing. I'm planning out what to get my entire family and what I need to get like down here for like Christmas preparations. Okay, so I'm making stockings this year, and I don't expect my husband to actually buy me anything, so I am putting down what I want for my own stocking, because I'm getting a stocking even if I have to fill it myself. I'll just try to figure out what I put in it and make it a surprise. That had all my personal contact information on it, and so I don't want to show that. Then I had a paper clip here, but it really kind of marks the paper because it's so tight together. So I chose my favorite smaller magnetic page marker, and it is marking, I mean, I know it says year, but is marking the month actually. So when it changes months, I'm going to change it, you know, for January I'm going to put it on this side. So that way I can flip and figure out what it is. Then I've got this week, I've got whenever and when I start using it in December. I thought it was November for some reason. Oh, so the extra month is December because this insert doesn't start till January. See, I'm horrible with keeping dates straight and numbers and stuff like that. So I have another month to wait, which is a little more depressing, but it's cool because that means I get to use more of my Hobonichi, and that was my dog hitting the tripod. Okay, so then nothing has really changed in this portion. It's just the, you know, the dates and stuff like that. That'll be all my planning space. Hopefully it's enough. I suppose if I have to, I can put in blank pages kind of between the weeks as extra kind of filler. So I left shops and restaurants. I left that alone. Now I do have one of my folders here. And the reason for this folder, it is double-sided. I'm not sure what I'm going to put on the back of it. But the idea for this, and maybe I'll stuff both of them, is to collect menus. Like take-out menus and stuff like that. So I have them all organized in the same place. And I figured what a better place to put it than in the shops and restaurants section. And then for my to-dos, I took out the paper that came with it. I did save it. I'll put it back in. It was getting a bit bulky, so all I have in here right now is the Filofax paper that I got. And then I left my expenses. I have been using it kind of, so it just has figures, but nobody wants to see that. So then my second folder is going to be a collection of the bills, so that way I can hang on to them, you know, until they're due, so I don't lose them, stuff like that. So and these are the Reset Girl Carpe Diem folders. There's a 3-pack. So I started using the expenses section, so we're just going to turn past that. And for the expenses, I did the opposite. I took out the ones that I got from Filofax and left the ones that came with it, because I'd started using those already. And here's my second dashboard. I just thought it was the coolest thing. This little pug, little yellow bow tie, and sunglasses, pug life. You know, it says thug life, it's pug life. Cutest thing. I want to stay happy. I want this to be my motivation. I want to open this and smile, you know? And that's really my thought process behind it. I want it to be colorful, I want it to be bright, and I want it to be full of things that I love. So I have that right there, and this is the start of my YouTube section. Not that it's really going anywhere, but I mostly do this for therapy, so I really would like to keep track of it, and I think if I organized it better, maybe that would help a little bit. So then I get to my first new divider, which is my favorite. I love this pattern. It's got the blues, and it's got the oranges, and it's got a light blue background, and the hearts, so pretty. So I added this in here. I don't necessarily need it, but I think with it tabbed, even though it doesn't really stick out as far, it's easier for me to flip to this section than with just a dashboard. Stupid gnat. Sorry, guys. It's easier for me to flip here with a tab than just the dashboard. So then I have planner ideas, or video ideas, which I have not actually written down a lot of the ones I've been doing recently. I'm going to need to keep track of that better. And then this. I absolutely love this. Love this divider. This might actually be my favorite. It's a very, I think it's a, you know what, I think it's a tie. Now I didn't use all the ones that came. This is a Carpe Diem Posh dividers, I believe. I was gonna get the Posh, folders, but I wanted a little more diversity, and so then this is all the videos. This is not accurate. I have not updated it yet. I am super busy in my life right now, but I need to make this a priority, I think. I just kind of started it so I'd give myself a template. But I'm going to be very limited on the number of things that I'll be able to do. So this is the thickest section in my YouTube section, because I feel like it takes like 4 lines per entry. And then I absolutely love this divider as well. And these are just cardboard. They're not laminated. The tabs have like a little sticky on them, so they're a little more reinforced. And then this is a game that I've been waiting for and waiting for and waiting for, so I used that to start. So I'd have my template and then I would know and kind of, so I didn't have to write it down every time. So I'm just gonna fill it in without having that bit right there. And I tried to include everything that I thought that I would need to track it, etc. And I did use my erasable pen, and you can see I had to erase something and write something else, and yeah, I kind of didn't fill it back in, but I know what it says, so it's okay. And then you get into my last new divider. I also really like this one. There was like a pinky polka dot one, which I didn't use, and there was like a flowery one which I didn't use, but they'll be the ones I used first before I put any of the other dividers that came with it back in. So then comes my bucket. This is my list section. Yeah, that's what I was calling this, my list section. So I have my bucket list first. It's not a whole lot on it because I've actually done a lot that I wanted to do. Then I have movies. These aren't just movies that I want to see. These are movies that I like, so that I kind of have a reference. Because sometimes I'm like, my brain is weird. I think it's weird. I don't know. Sometimes like there's that movie I like and I can't think of it. And it's at the tip of my tongue and it just doesn't happen. So if I write them down as I remember, then have it as a reference. And it also does include ones I haven't seen yet, so then I can put if I like them or not. And then I have TV shows. I want to track the TV shows I've watched, and the ones that I want to watch, like Star Trek. I've watched various episodes of Star Trek, if you can see that. I've watched various episodes of Star Trek, but I have not seen every single one, and since it's on Netflix, I kind of want to watch it before it disappears. I've watched every... I gotta update this, because since I did this, I have actually completed season 18 of Midsummer Murders. I've watched every single episode of this show at least once. Most of them up until I think like 16, I've watched multiple times. And I'm working on Murder, She Wrote right now, MacGyver. I believe I've probably seen all of those, but I have not actually watched them on Netflix, so I want to go through. And then, like this, I don't know, you guys probably can't even see that. This is Heart to Heart. It's like was it a 60s, 80s? I don't know. It was before my time, most of it. And then, but I really like it, that series. And then they also had a bunch of made-for-TV movies, which I did not know until I started doing my research to figure out how many seasons it had, yada yada yada. So I had seasons 1, 2, and 3 on DVD, but I can't find the other two for some reason. So there's this one show, it's called Vegas. I'm not talking about the Vegas that is on right now. It's a Vegas that I grew up watching. It wasn't, I think it was in reruns at that point. Syndication, is that what it's called? I don't know. But no one seems to have any clue or doesn't remember this show, and I'm like, am I hallucinating this or something like this? But it had Dan Tana, or Tanner? No, I think it was Tana, and he was a PI in Las Vegas. And apparently the reason I can't really find it is because the S is a money sign. So I'm like, well, I'm not talking about the Vegas that's out now. But I was able to find a record of it, so I'm not crazy. And then to tell these apart, I've switched the colors, right? And then songs, I just recently updated my playlist, so I don't have any real songs to get right now. And then these are books. These are the books that I want to read or books that I like, so that way if I need to go back, like, for a certain thing, can't really see the ink very well on this, but I can read it just fine. So I wanted to track the book, the author, the release date, if it's part of a series, and if I like it, type thing. And this is the Tinker. It is the Elf Home series. Tinker's my favorite one. I believe it's the first one. It's like a science fiction fantasy type thing. It's awesome because I think it's awesome because it takes place in Ohio, really, kind of, which is kind of weird because it's called Elf Home, but I don't live very far at all from where this takes place, and I've actually thought about moving there, and I'm like, that would be cool if it actually happened. Of course, it's not gonna happen, you know, this is fiction, but it's just one of those things, like, if Star Trek were real, wouldn't that be amazing? Like, it, you know, some aspects type thing. Like in this other one, this is the Dragon Keeper Chronicles. It is a dragon spell, and I read all of those books as well. That's the first book in the series. I like those too because the girl finds, or I guess she's a lady, finds dragons and stuff. And then I have my final folder. I didn't really have an intention for this one, but I think I'm going to keep coupons in here, and it's not in my expenses section because it might just be not, okay. If I can talk today, it might be other stuff. Like I could use one side for coupons, maybe receipts, and the other could just be like miscellaneous stuff that I need a place to shove but I don't want to lose type thing. And another thing I could do is take the sorry, my dog's barking, is take the little magnetic page marker things, and then if it's like really small, I could like clip it to the edge, and that would also let me know that there is something in there. Like, you know, it could be a nice decoration too. I might move those to here. It would probably be a little better. So anyway, and then I still have my notepad in. I'm gonna take it out at some point. I know I am, but I don't want to lose this paper. And right now I kind of need the extra paper, and my rings are super full, so this is just like if I need to jot down notes. I'm very rarely without a notepad, but it happens. And since I do have meetings and stuff now, which I'm not used to going to, I'll need to take extra special care to actually have paper with me when I start carrying this around because it is so fat. It'll take up a lot of space in my purse, and I don't like to do other notes in my school notes stuff. It's just for school. So, thank you guys so much for watching this entire lengthy video. I really hope you've enjoyed it. I hope that maybe this is like an inspiration for somebody else, or, you know, just maybe like reinforcement that it doesn't have to be organized. I mean, it should be organized, right? But it doesn't have to be like color coordinated, and it doesn't have to be all the same thing. It can be very eclectic. It can still be pretty. It can, you know, it can be bright and colorful, and it can still be kind of professional. And it's just, you want to bring your personality. You want to be who you are, and I'm tired of trying to just fit in. Like, I'm not gonna go rebel against society or whatever, but I want to be me. I don't want to be governed by the opinions of other people. So I really found this liberating. I don't care that it's just a hodgepodge of all this different things. It is my personality to a T, and I love it. It brings me joy, and that's what this is about. To keep me organized and to make me happy. So again, thank you very much for watching it. Don't be shy, leave a comment, hit the thumbs up button, you know, if you liked it. Subscribe for more videos like this. I will probably always do planner videos. Soon I'm going to start doing video game videos again, but I'm kind of in a drought right now for stuff I can play on the computer that seems interesting. Other than Five Nights at Freddy's. That's just way too scary for me. Besides, I can watch other people play it. So, always remember, guys, hang in there. It'll get better. Bye-bye.